Hi, I'm Daniel and this is Ashville Weekly, episode 14. This week, all our sites are set to reopen and work to resume. Hopefully, we can move some material from the mountain, and that Cypriot car mechanic nightmare client now wants to go and do some work at his office. So it's all systems go, go, go. That means man's a creator. 1 million subs. I never agreed to collect it.
What problems coming?
You want more money out of me? Boy. Do you know how happy I am? Bang, bang, bang. You just need to be open. Come on. And their camera is bigger than ours. I can't have that. Apparently I'm not serious. Hey, listen. Woo! That is music to my ears. And I won, fair and square.
And I'm not shook.
I was at the top of the mountain
In the world.
Come on, man, this is Ashville. You should know that. It's Monday and we are in the yard. I'm standing in the 10mm shingle bay. Busy morning. I started on site at the basement fit out project. We had a meeting between management, foreman and a couple of other tradesmen. We wanted to work a way forward. Now we had a completion date on the project, but the project has changed in a number of ways. There are a number of variations. There are a number of things which we found when we were doing the job, but now we have a positive way forward, which I'm very happy about. The YouTuber car guy, the one who puts a big sticker on a car when you get a scratch and changes the entire color for no apparent reason, that job has started again also. Finally, the basement salvage project, some of the boys have popped down. We haven't started working, but we've just opened the site. We're making sure everything is in place. We should have more people coming back to work tomorrow, and we should have a full team in place. Your brakes are burning a little bit there, Vlad. You've been flying, yeah? There's an air leak. When was this last in Scania? Just before Christmas. And you got an air leak. And how much air are you losing? And
brake again.
Yeah.
They stop it.
Ah. So basically it's kind of like when you,
Yeah.
Then, okay. I'll tell Scania. Let's check if the digger, mind yourself. There is something wrong with this machine. The battery keeps getting drained every time you don't use the machine for a few days. Now, it doesn't happen often because we're always using the machine, but like over the Christmas period, when it sat there for a few days, the battery went dead, and that shouldn't happen. There's some sort of drain coming off something on this, but we don't know what it is. Back in the kitchen to my trusty glass, what I prepared earlier. Hopefully I can fit this new glass in the digger now. I'm not meant to use this, but I'm going to use it anyway. I'm going to be very careful. Let's open this. Let's free up this piece. Oh, slid out easy enough. Now, having a look at this glass, I actually need this off the top of it. Now, this has been stuck on with adhesive. I think I'm going to have to order another one of these. I mean, I could get it off. There we go. I really don't think that this is going to re-stick well. Yeah, we've got bits of glass in here as well. Now, when you're changing the glass, there's something you need to be aware of. The glass slides between these two bits of rubber here. Let's see if our new glass slides in. The moment of truth. So the glass fits first. Something really important. Oh, that's a bit tight. No, it is going. Something really important. These are what we stuck on in the exact place as the old one was removed. These parts have been, has that moved? No, I can't have done, has that moved? And it should fit into this catch here. Let's see if it will. So we've lowered it. Let's make sure the gap in the rubber. Yes, we have space. Will it catch? Will it catch? Are we in the rubber? We are, keep pushing. Wow. So the glass is in place nicely. I will have to order one of these. As a temporary measure, I've cleaned the old one out to place it along the top. Let's see if this fits along the top. Well, that does fit nicely. It's not a permanent solution, but I'm going to leave that in place until I order a new one. I have no idea what that part number is. I'm going to take a picture, send it to Liebherr, and they can tell me. Let's bring this down now on top of it. Now the rubber has fitted up perfectly. Now I have to give this a push till we hear this side and this side click. Are we ready? And we're in. Perfect. Love it. Only took a week and a half. Now I took this screwdriver off Chris. I'm going to give it back to him. Nothing worse than somebody who comes to borrow your tools or your tape measure and doesn't give it back. Noel has realized that I took his 60-year-old enamel bucket. Where's Chris? This is Chris's screwdriver.
This is my one.
Oh, it's yours. Okay.
Thank you.
Dudek! Oh, looking good. Luckily, the delivery did come today. Damien is here. I had to take all the boys out of the video office. One is eating his lunch, the other is filming. Shout out to Will. We are putting all the remaining sockets and data points in this downstairs office now. We had a furniture delivery. We have 2 chairs. In about an hour, this room should be complete, other than my sofa, which I don't have yet, but we'll get one. We have to be safe, but also operational at the same time. On the back of this door, we have put some coat hangers, so the boys can hang their coats. This coat hanger has now been used to store cables, but I realized the eye wash station was expired, so we've got ourselves another eye wash station. We've got another first aid kit, and we've gone and bought a new fire extinguisher, what's gonna go on the wall there. The hand sanitizer is there also. The boys, hats are here for when they go out into the yard, so a hard hat to protect their heads. The high-vises are here. I think we nearly have everything. Oh, and someone got crushed. Thank you, Dudek. Let's film Dudek, who crushed Will. Thanks, Dudek.
Crushed who?
You crushed, he's there.
Ah, okay. You're not supposed to stand behind you though.
Bang, 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 all day. Yeah. Can you check if you have one in the container, please? I don't want the, if the long, look. I can't have that. Now, I don't want you to be alarmed, yeah? But when you go into the office, somebody, like there's somebody put a load of paperwork on your desk, yeah? Because we had to get rid of this because we didn't have space.
So burn it, yeah?
No, don't burn it. I apologise that you come into the office and the first thing you see is a load of paperwork, but Vesha will help you sort it. We just need to put it in folders. Now all the jobs are opening up again. We need to work out which trade needs to be where. We also need to work out who is from the same household. We need to work out sequencing on all the jobs. We need to put our heads together and work it out to send the right people to the right place so we're not wasting time and manpower. Guys, not happy about something. Really not. You saw a few weeks back, I managed to win an eBay bid and I won a bus stop. I won! Yes! 132 squids. Now, since that time, I've been trying to pay for that bus stop, but they won't tell me the shipping costs. There's always a problem. And all of a sudden, I get an email last night saying that we agreed to collect it and it's in Never Never Land or somewhere far away. I never agreed to collect it. Now, I'm very upset about this. I went through a whole eBay process. There was highs and lows, peaks and troughs. One minute I was at the bottom of the ocean. The next minute I was at the top of the mountain and I won fair and square. And now I do not have my bus stop. If you are the seller and you want more money out of me, you just need to be open and tell me what the problem is. Let's work out the shipping costs so I can get the bus stop back to this yard and I can sort out my London memorabilia area. Over the Christmas period, I know all of you know that I was doing some contemplating because all of you are serious and you watch Ashville Weekly. While I was having a think about the business, how we can be more efficient, how we would move forward, I realized that our websites are very dated. Now, our websites, initially, I designed them. So I got some pen and paper and I drew stuff. I want a carousel here, I want an image here, I want this here, I want that there. And I'm a bit of a computer geek, so I know about SEO, which is search engine optimization for those of you who don't know. And I designed the website around the keywords. Now, at the time, not a lot of people in my industry were doing that, so we did very well online. I do like our website, but I think it's time for an upgrade. Now, I'm a WordPress man. WordPress is a platform what you use to build websites. I spoke to a friend of mine called Craig at Vino Magna, and he told me that that is completely old school. So I thought I was serious. Apparently, I'm not serious anymore. Apparently, there are new formats and templates which you can use to build your website at the front end, and then whoever your hosting company is, they actually handle everything at the back end. So all the days of a plugin not working with WordPress and WordPress is updated and the plugin doesn't work and your site's not working, apparently all those days are gone. So we are going to embark on a new journey that is a set of new Ashville websites.
Which has got a hole in it.
But mate, how are we meant to fix that?
Just fix that. I know, yeah, just trying to think now what the best way is. Let me have a think.
You will see in previous episodes we had a problem with the water tank. We believed it was the bullcock and we were juggling bullcocks in here. The problem is there's water inside it. Now, I thought the problem was solved, but I am wrong. We have fixed the bullcock and we still have water coming out of the overflow. I took a little video of it on my phone. We believe there's an incoming pipe, what comes in at the bottom, it runs up to the top. I'm just waiting for a drawing now of the guys who made it. I believe there's a hole on the fill pipe somewhere around the middle or somewhere near the bottom. Imagine it like a toilet cistern. So when the water stops at the top, the water is still coming through the feed pipe lower down, and we keep having to turn this off manually, which shouldn't happen. You don't pay all this money for a water tower to store 17,000 litres of water to be turning it off and on every morning. And the major problem with this is every time a volumetric concrete lorry loads, it is 2,200 litres of water. If there are 3 concrete lorries out, and each come back and need to load every hour, we will have a serious problem on our hands if this isn't working. As you can imagine, it's not easy. I don't want to lower anyone into the tank. On the inside of the tank, there are no stairs. They're only on the outside. So it's a massive health and safety issue trying to get into that tank. The only thing I can think of for repair would be to empty the tank completely. If you have a look at the top and bottom of the tank, you'll see these metal bars. So you can lay the tank flat on the ground, get inside, do a repair, and then put it back up. But that would be a separate video. It's Tuesday morning, and guess where I am? I'm in the yard. My lovely fuel tanks have got their first coat of black paint. The fuel tank behind, Robert put a coat on that, and he put a coat on this, and now he's back to the first one again, putting a coat, and then we're gonna put a coat on this. Now, you need to be clear when you have diesel tanks what exactly is in them. If somebody new came into the yard, there's no way of knowing what's what. So luckily, I have made some signs, and we're gonna use some double-sided tape, and we're gonna stick those signs on. Here's my sign. I've had enough of them made that I could put one on each side of the tank. So no matter what way you look at the tank, from whichever side you're on, you can tell exactly what you need to put in here. Guys, last night we went into a national lockdown. I was watching it and I was anticipating what they were gonna say. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, last night was the first time that I thought the construction industry was gonna shut down. And the feeling that I had, it's made me really feel for all those people whose businesses can't stay open and all those people who are not employed. Everyone's sat at home. I really feel for you, because the feeling that I had inside thinking that construction was going to get shut down, it wasn't nice at all. I mean, I was pacing up and down, waiting for the announcement. And while the announcement was on, I was chewing my nails and stuff like that. So fortunately, we need to be thankful that we're in a position where we can continue to work, because we cannot reasonably do our jobs from home. So we're going to continue as best we can and try and keep everyone safe. In response to what happened last week, we are now speaking with the CAA about a drone license. So a few of us are actually going to do it. So whoever's here can legally fly the drone. I thought to myself, I'm going to do a little bit of research and find out actually where it is. So I've pulled it up online. I believe that these are the runways, and that's just the area around which you're not allowed in. And as we are serious, if we zoom in, we will see Ashville aggregates and Ashville concrete are there. The only issue is that it is within the blue area. Let's zoom out again to confirm. Unfortunately, guys, we are within the restricted area. We have been in contact with YouTube. So a few weeks ago, I said that we're going to build our own plaque because our 100K subscribers plaque had not arrived yet. But YouTube have heard this and they are shook. I'm going to get on the computer now and see how we can get that plaque ordered. So I'm logged in and I'm on a screen where I have to enter a redemption code, and I have a redemption code which came in an email. I am not a robot. Right. Agree to the terms and conditions, and let's continue. Verify your YouTube channel name below so we can accurately display it on the Creator Award. It's actually called a Creator Award. That means man's a creator. And immortalize your accomplishment. Immortalize, I like that. That's like glory. Continue. Redemption code, yes. YouTube channel name, Ashville. Award level, silver. That's for 100K. All now we're nearly at 200K. Confirm your order. Your Creator Award will be handled in 3 to 4 days and shipped to you within 1 to 2 weeks. I'm not even sure if we're going to have the concrete one done by then. Guys, I was sent a Christmas gift, which I actually didn't open before Christmas because the package was sat on my desk and I didn't know what it was. I thought we had ordered something for the video office. I thought this was a cable or something like that. But I am pleasantly surprised. It's not often that something gets my attention, but this has got my attention, and there's 2 of them. When you open your car door and it shines an LED light on the floor of the name of the vehicle. Now, someone has actually made these for us in Ashville, which is fantastic. Now, I know what it was meant for, but I've got to be honest, guys, that is not what I'm going to use it for. Ain't this cool? Look at this. Look at that. I could do this anywhere, look. Wednesday, I'm in the yard. Look at my lovely lifting gear. Let's not go into details on that one. Having a look over by the concrete, I can see that the boys are pressing along nicely with the Southern Growth flag poles. For some reason, they've put this plastic bottle in the top of the flag sleeve. I've got another 8 to do, so it's 9 in total. And here's one we made yesterday. It's been very up and down in the last 24 hours. We had a call late yesterday, which said,
right, tomorrow morning, first thing, start running this material into the job.
We called all the drivers. We said, right, lads, you're all back in. We're hitting it hard in the morning. Half an hour later, we had another call back, cancelling, saying none of it was happening. We had to find new work to do, and it's not the greatest work we've ever done, and we're not really making much money, but I had to bring the boys in anyway. I will not leave the boys at home. It is not their fault that we haven't got work on. But we got the call today, and tomorrow morning we're running all this material in. Let's hope that it continues, and let's hope that we can take this pile of material down, and hopefully we can get some organisation and some normality back in this yard. Having a look in the comments yesterday, the #1 video that's been requested is how did I start in construction? Now I am going to do that video, but it's going to take me a lot of time. I'm going to have to write an entire script. I'm going to have to go to my mum's. I'm going to have to find old pictures. I'm going to have to speak to friends. Obviously I've got to get people to talk in the video as well. And I'm only going to release that video when we get to 1 million subs. So if you want to see a video on how I started in construction and see the entire journey, it's probably going to be a 3-hour video, see the entire journey from start to finish, then get all your friends to subscribe, get everyone you can to subscribe, and get This Is Ashville to 1 million subs. Now I'm going to have to play Sherlock Holmes because I want to know why on earth my skip is in that state. What possibly could my skip have done to offend you that you would mangle and mutilate my skip like that? I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is not Buckingham Palace, but how cool are my fuel tanks? They're all done now. They all have 2 coats of black. We have the signs on them, labeling, telling everyone what to put in here. And we have the high-vis tape around, so it matches everything else. That is brand awareness for you. It won't look like that for very long, but at the moment, looks perfect. Guys, I'm not going to be able to do much more filming today because we are bringing out a video today, which is Wednesday. If we do it well, click here and you can watch a video of me in a cherry picker going up 185 foot. We do something special called Bring It Home. That's where we sit down and we watch the video every millisecond and we try to chop it up and we try to make it as good and as fun as we possibly can. On the subject of videos, Adam here has made a start today. He's a new member of the team. He has been given a baptism of fire. We've dropped him straight away in the mix. And the man behind the camera, Glenn, he is saying, how comes the new guy got a shout out and I didn't get a shout out? If you've been watching, you'll see a couple of weeks back, my will was drafted and Glenn was in my will. Apparently for Glenn, that is not good enough. So here's a shout out for Glenn and for Adam, our new video team. It's Thursday morning and today we start at the Cypriot car mechanic's office. I keep telling this man that we need a handrail here. I keep telling him and he says, no, we don't. We definitely need a handrail. Have a look at this clip where he fell up the stairs. Speed it up. This is the wall that I am not important enough to sign. I can't sign the wall at the Yiannimize office. Therefore, I have signed the wall at the Yiannimize house. Nice. Guys, in case you didn't know, this is Terry, aka Tezza from Yiannimize. This is not the Ashville Tezza, this is the Yiannimize Tezza. Tezza, tell me something. I've heard that it's a Tezza thing where Tezzas are always skiving at work. Is it true?
Probably be true, yeah.
Probably, see, it could probably be true that Tezzas are always skiving. Now, would you say you do more or less work than the Ashville Tezza?
Well, I've watched some of your videos and he definitely does less work than me.
I'm going to hand this one over to Tezza at Ashville and we're going to see what Tezza at Ashville has to say about this. Now, I might not know a lot about cars, yeah? But I do know that this is a carbon fibre spoiler for... Oh my God, it's great. Hey, listen, it's clip in, clip out. Anyway, I'm doing the work here. What are you talking about? I had to take this light down anyway.
Hear what he said, yeah? We're doing the work. He's working there and over here. So the only place he's not working is the middle, and that's the place he's smashing up.
You know, you just can't find the builders these days. This is a spoiler, a carbon fibre spoiler for an Aventador. Can you imagine that? These lights, who fitted these lights, man? You know, you got to blame the person who put it in originally. It's a good thing I'm talking. How did I catch that as well? I got the reactions of a jungle cat, man.
You get the movement of an elephant.
Elephants are mystical creatures.
I never forget either.
Exactly. Remember that. Get it? Did you get it? I need my intro for when I'm talking about the work you're going to do.
Oh, look, it's all about me. I need my intro, my YouTube.
Said the
look at
brands.
me.
It's all about my intro. Said the guy who just started and started talking. Didn't ask me nothing.
I'm in the tallest cherry picker in the world. Look at this cherry picker. And I'm not shook. So yeah, watch your videos.
Guys, here we are again with the Cypriot car mechanic. We are in the Yiannimize offices and we are going to...
Mechanic?
Yeah.
Mechanic?
Yeah, mechanic. You do work to cars.
Look like I'm a mechanic.
You just washed them. As I said, we are with this Cypriot car mechanic dude guy, whatever you want to call him. Is that right?
My agent.
And his agent, look at me, my agent's calling me. Guys, we're going to be doing some work in Yiannimize. We're going to be doing a bit of an upgrade. That's it, Yianni, when I'm filming, just walk off in the middle of it after we filmed your bit for your channel. No problem. We're going to expand his video office and we're going to create a new room here. He hasn't told me what it's for.
All right, bro. I got to go. Bye, bye, bye.
Oh, how nice of you to join us.
Zoom meeting with BBC at 12 o'clock.
Zoom meeting at 12 o'clock with BBC. Oh, there's that name that you dropped. The BBC Zoom call.
I like that.
Just tell me, why do you want to make this new space over here, other than to just make a bigger one than I have, because it's a competition?
Because, yeah.
Up in the team to 3, 4, what are we going to?
I'd go to 5 if we could find the right
Oh,
team.
5! Wow.
You know how difficult it is to find staff?
You're telling me? And what are you going to use this space over here for?
That's a meeting room stroke office. So what I want to do is keep this wall, yeah, but I want to extend the YouTube room. So I want to come out to probably, from that door, come out to here.
I'm feeling a bit like trumped here, you know. I made my office a little bit bigger, so he's got to go make his office double the size. If I go 10 a reef, he'll go 11 a reef. I did a video on financing lorries and how you pay for kit, and he did a video on how you pay for cars. You see, I make my office a little bit bigger, he makes his office double the size. You see?
So let's leave the roof for now.
Are you going to be happy with those sort of lights?
Well, these look like to work in like some
if
mood lighting. Sexy. It's like a boudoir.
The problem with these lights is they could just fall down like without anyone doing anything to them.
You only get it, Paul?
Are we playing for money?
Oh, I'll play for money, mate.
No, I'm not.
I'll play for the job.
Listen, never make a bet with a man who is overly confident. It could be a double bluff and it could be a double bluff, but it's not worth it.
This is going to be office stroke meeting room. So if I need to come and make some phone calls, if I need to have meetings with certain individuals, this is where it's going to be because it's very, very private. It's good that he's listening, isn't it? Bet he misses.
Woo! Should have took that bet.
But one shot.
That's 100%. Nice. Look, you know a problem is coming.
What problem's coming? There's no problem coming.
The international language, the international construction language is when you suck air through the teeth. Boy. I'm going to have to work on the quotation. It could take a number of months and weeks to have a look at the work here. Now that
any builders or construction workers out there on my YouTube, just send me a DM now and I'll hire you.
He won't do it. He won't do it. He can't do it. Loyal as a dog. Can't do it. Doesn't matter if they're cheaper. He will not do it.
It's true.
He won't do it. I'll just say I'll do whatever I want. He'll still do it. It don't matter.
All right. And don't take any staff from my house to bring them here. Take them from another job.
Bruv, you're a black hard hat once. Now you're the site manager telling me how to allocate labour. This guy, can you imagine? On that note, we're actually going to head round to the Cypriot mechanic's house now because we are pouring the foundations. So we're going to get round there very quickly and we'll just catch the end of the pour.
Then can we build, please?
Get round to it, man.
Build it.
We'll get round to it, yeah?
It'll be nice if you don't mind.
Fine. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to site. There's too much footage, too much to edit, and I will be sat in the office till 3 o'clock in the morning on Saturday and Sunday. Finished, done. Cool. I'm going to your house. Do your work.
Good. Bye.
Just left the voice. Just left the voice. Just left the voice. Just left his office. Now at his house. Just left the. We've just left his. You're gonna have to put this in, you know. Just left his office. We are now at his house. Unfortunately, I was waffling on so much back at the office that we've missed the concrete pour, but let's go and have a look inside and see where it's been poured. Guys, the rebar structure, what you saw us create before Christmas, this is one of the larger frames that we've constructed. We have built shuttering and now poured the concrete. As you can see, we've done the entire area in one pour. So we've done this area and we've done inside. It's 920 and this is all done. Perfect. This mound of earth is getting no smaller. In fact, I think it's getting bigger. Luckily for me, I'm used to going 185 feet in the air, so I'm not scared. We're thinking of what we're gonna do with this because we've used as much of it as we can, and we're actually gonna have to dig out here for a swimming pool. So we have an idea. We don't want to use wheelbarrows to get this to the front because there's so many different levels and we'll kill the boys. So we're thinking of installing multiple conveyor belts, one leading onto another, which is going to take all the muck out to the front, and then we'll bring the grab lorries to take it. If you think you've got a better way of getting all of this to the front and taking away, let us know. See, Glenn's filming because he thinks that the mud is going to work for him and I'm going to fall over and he's going to get it on camera. But you merely adopted the mud. I was born in it, molded by it. Do not film that, Glenn. Unfortunately, we have found another problem on the top floor. Ow, that's why you wear a hard hat. We have discovered water is coming in on the roof where the slope meets the flat roof, so there must be a problem outside, so we are going to have to get access to the roof. I wish I had that cherry picker here now. We can see that all the timber is stained and we can see the wet patch on the floor. Water always finds the place of least resistance. So it was coming in, then it was going down the insulation, it was dropping here. So we have to fix that. There's no point refurbishing an entire house and they move in on the first week. They have a heavy downpour and they're calling me saying that I did a rubbish job. I believe on the top floor, we are ready for electrics. All the stud partitions are in. We've put all the OSB board and now at least I know what OSB means. We're not gonna blast our way through the first fix. It's better to have like 1 or 2 electricians taking their time and doing it, working alongside the other trades. Because if you bring an electrician here and get him to blast the whole thing, they'll have to keep coming back and then the carpenter's chasing him and this one's chasing that and they're pointing fingers, blaming each other. So we're going to take our time and we're going to work the electrics from the top and work our way down. At last, we are back at the basement salvage project. We are open for business and doing well. As you can see already, we've done the membrane on all the walls but one. The membrane is in place, and this is exactly how the Delta membrane channel will fit within the channels that we created. What's happening in America?
Sorry.
You all right? Yeah, that's all right. Everyone's got a nickname at Ashville. This man is called America because all he did was tell everyone how great America was. He wants to go to America. What's going to happen when he goes to America? So this is Damien, and his name is America.
234, yeah?
Yeah.
We have to add insulation plus like 17 inch screed, yeah? Thin insulation.
If the door is 2010, the standard door.
Yeah, the standard door, but there will be nothing above, yeah? It will be only the door, yeah?
We're just trying to work out what the final height will be here. At the moment, we have our slab down, but after our slab, we need to put some screed, which is going to be about 75 mil. And we were trying to work out from here what sort of height we would have. And Daniel believes we should have a standard door here when we're finished, but that door will not have any architrave at the top. The door will probably open flush with the ceiling. You've seen us do that on a few projects previously. We don't actually have a door frame. The door finishes flush with the ceiling. Guys, we keep finding multiple leaks in the basement. It's not actually raining, that is us pouring water outside. There are some glass sheets and there's kind of like a membrane overlapping at the front, and the membrane isn't done properly or is damaged. So when we poured water there, the water has come straight in. So that is something else that we're gonna have to fix. Otherwise our membrane is gonna have to continually deal with this for the next 25 years, and we don't want that. At the side of the house where we have poured the new concrete in this area, we have now added shingle. And it looks like we were never here and we never did any work at all. Luckily, the client knows that we have done work and we have it recorded on Ashville Weekly anyway. Here we are at the basement fit out project. Let's go downstairs and have a look. New front doors on. We've covered it in Corex with tape to protect it because you know you can walk past it and hit it with a hammer or anything like that. Plastering where we can is complete. We're going to be ready for some of the special finishes on these walls. Sliding doors are in here. Sliding doors are in here. Okay. Okay. You ready? Sliding doors are in. Ah. Nice. This is like a small courtyard area. It's really nice. You can come out here. There'll be a bit of gravel on the floor, some lighting. This glass, this glass, this glass. There's loads of natural light into the area.
Yeah, it's hard to tell in the video, but
it's hard to tell.
He seems to think as well. But...
Terry has just sent me a video and said we need to get one of the grabs recovered. It's one of our Volvo grabs. It's out on the road and there's loads of oil coming out of it. It's not worth taking the risk of trying to nurse a lorry back to the yard, because if we starve the engine of oil, then the engine will seize up. We do have other grabs we can put out, but it just means we're going to be behind now. That is not what you need. The work starts to pick up again. You put someone out in the lorry to work, and then the lorry's parked at the side of the road. Not great. In this area, Robert is preparing for decoration. So you can see he's been preparing these sockets. Plastering's very messy. So you can have a look at one here. Well, this one hasn't been cleaned, and have a look at this one, which Robert has prepared. He's cleaned everything around there. He's going to cover the windows here so he doesn't get any paint on them, and he's going to do some sanding, and then we're going to apply base coats. After the base coats, we're going to do another round of filling and sanding, and then we're going to see where we are from that point. There's a lot of detail and specification in this basement. If you have a look here, you can see the shadow gap details all around, which are not easy to do, but when done, they're going to look great. All our first fix has been completed for a while. The reason we haven't closed this area is because we were going to do a polished concrete finish here and on the wall here, but the client is deciding that maybe he may go for another finish. So once he lets us know, we'll finish this area. As we move into the swimming pool area, you'll see that the sliding door is in. Again, we have all the shadow gap detailing here. You can see the shadow gap a bit different here because it hasn't been plastered, and you can see the work which went into creating it. And we have a sliding door because we are very tight on space. Guys, this is the swimming pool that you saw. It is here, but we've had to cover it so we could work over the top of it. And the flooring level has been created all around here. If you remember previously, I showed you the steels which were in place, and the floor will sit at this level, and we were going to run timber into those steels to create the new floor level, which is done. We're creating an access hatch here. The jackboard is all over the walls. The thermal vapor barrier for the steam room is in place. If you look here, you can see the detail. This is not a shadow gap. It's far too big to be a shadow gap, but the lighting area we've created here, there's underfloor heating as well. There's so many features in such a small area. When it's done, it's going to be very grand. It's going to be kind of like a spa feeling.
Hello, sorry. It's a hose above the steering ram. You know, you've got the hydraulic rams, yeah?
So it's power steering fluid, it's not oil.
Yeah.
Can he see where the leak is? Do you know what? Where is he? Dalston!
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That's it for the basement fit out project. Unfortunately, in this area, parking is a nightmare. So I need to get outside before the traffic wardens who work at the speed of sound around here, before they give me a ticket. We are outside number 186 Fernhead Road. If you don't know about this in-house Ashville development, click to watch the video here. The sale of the third floor flat is going through on Friday, and I need to make sure that they have 3 sets of keys. So I have a bunch of keys here. So I'm going to go into the flat and ensure that I leave them 3 full sets, and I give the agent 1. Yes, front door goes in this pocket. I was lucky. First time again. Yes. Let's go upstairs. The buyer of the third floor flat actually asked us to put a handrail in. Now, building control had already passed everything, and so building control didn't think that we needed it, but it's a small request, and if it makes them feel more comfortable and happy about buying the flat, we thought we'd put it in. Nope. Yes. Door for the flat in this pocket. 2 more. Come on. Nope. Nope. Uh-oh. Oh no. Ah, not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, this can't be right. Something's not right here. Nope. If there are any locksmiths watching this, let me tell you something. It is so annoying when you get keys cut and they say any problems come back, and half the keys you cut, you have to come back and they have to shave it down again and give it a clean. Which is exactly what's going to have to happen here. So annoying, man. Like I've got time to be going cutting keys. I thought I was just going to drive past and solve this problem and be super efficient. Unfortunately not. Now I have to go cutting keys to ensure that before tomorrow there are 3 full sets of keys here. I nearly did a very silly one. The one key that I had that worked, I nearly left it on the kitchen worktop. How am I supposed to cut more keys if I haven't got a key to cut from? Good thing someone's using their brain. Nice. Cut keys here. Cut me free, please. I'm just gonna go next door and get a bottle of water, yeah? All right.
80 please.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. Ugh. We're gonna go back and we're gonna test these immediately because we know what it's like when you get keys cut. And by the way, this isn't the place that cut them the first time. This is somewhere else. This is somewhere local. The moment of truth. There's my key. There's their key. I cannot sell someone a flat for this amount of money with a key that don't even open the door properly. Back to the shop again, more wasting time. They don't work, boss. Oh, they're all in there, yeah, they don't work.
I'm going to correct it.
Yeah?
If it's wrong, come back, I'll give you a refund.
It's good of the gentleman. He said that if I come back again, he'll give me a refund. I appreciate it, but it's not the point, you know. I've got to get things done. I don't have time to be doing stuff like this. There's loads of lorries on the road working, there's building sites happening, but something like this, it might seem like I'm wasting my time, but it's the smaller points. You cannot go and sell someone a house and give them keys that don't work. Like, it's just a nonsense. I don't really want that attached to my name or the Ashville name or anything like that. So it's one of them things, isn't it? Sometimes if you want to get something done right, you've got to do it yourself. Try again, yeah? Okay, thank you. And we're off. You know when you try to be the big man, you say, right, it's the last time I'm doing it. No, if it don't work, I'm still doing it. I'm going to keep doing it till it works. Key number 1. Success. Key number 2. Key number 3. Woo! Mission complete. Got a picture, so nobody can't say that I didn't do it. Congratulations to the person that bought this property. I hope you have many happy years in it. If you have any problems, which you won't, holler at your boy. Another collection. Oh yes. What do you know about that new Ashville bomber? You know, I just like to be extra. I could continue wearing my orange bomber. Let's make sure it fits. It's always a struggle for me to put anything on. Do you know that? Yes. Man's got the yellow Ashville ink bomber for the construction sites. And I use my orange one to be on the train and stuff. And boy, not that I can wear them all the time. We're matching here. We're matching here. Yes. Merry Christmas to me. Back in the yard, let's see what's happening. To the best of my knowledge, we have still been running the material into that large job all day. So there should be a big dent in the material bay. We'll have a look at that and see what's going on. You might not be able to tell, guys, but the pile is definitely going down. Flo, what are you saying? Do you know how happy I am to see this happening again? I'm so happy. Hasn't happened in a while. We didn't do anything over Christmas. Let me step out the way. That is music to my ears. Come on. You can see that the pile's being turned over and moved. You can see it's darker here. This is because as it's been uncovered, it's actually wet underneath. And over there, that area's drier. In other news, we sent someone round to try and fix the broken down grab lorry. Unfortunately, he was not successful. We have to recover it and bring it back to the yard. So, to the best of my knowledge, the grab is being put on the back of a wrecker now. It's really embarrassing. People call me and they say, normally people call me and say, oh yeah, I saw one of your lorries. Now they're going to take pictures of my lorry on the back of another lorry because it's broken down. What can you do? That's haulage for you. It's 6:18, we are in the yard. Finally, the grab lorry has shown up. We had to get it towed back to the yard. Unfortunately, the repair bay is full and Noel's not in, so we're a bit stuck at the moment. We have bags and machinery and the fuel tanks in the repair bay. So we're just gonna have to stick it somewhere else and then figure out a way to move it later. Not quite sure what's going on here. The recovery company are filming as well and their camera is bigger than ours. I am not feeling it. I'll buy a new camera. They're gonna have to take this one very wide. Oh, my poor lorry. Yeah, it'll go. She's okay, yeah. She's okay, she'll make it. And of all the places, not any of our local work, the lorry was in Dalston. the other side of London. So he had to trek across London, showing everyone that my lorry was broken down. Kind of like, man, don't look after his fleet. Hey, Tessa, you still around, yeah? Huh? He didn't duck me yet. See it there? When times were hard and the lorry broke down, 0 degrees, 6:30, Tessa's still here. Oh, now if the camera weren't here, he would have ducked. I don't know where they would get an idea like that. Now, believe me, this is not easy. Yeah, it's going to be really tight getting this in. I would let her get closer. Terry, use both hands. So I think she can keep coming, Tel. I think she's all right. I think the driver is going to need a new pair of boots. Come on, man, this is Ashville, you should know that. I would leave it. Yeah, yeah, but she's still got to put it down.
Well, push what out? I should just drop that out and pull that. So
when
it stops, it will stop.
Okay.
That's it.
A little bit more, please.
Yeah, I
do.
That's it. Thank you.
Well done. So we've got no choice but to leave the lorry here. It's not in the best place, but if we put it anywhere else, we can barely move it as it is. So I'm going to give Noel a call later and see if later on we can figure out a plan to pull everything out of the repair bay and put this in there. Probably just a small pipe that we need to buy from Volvo. With no fitters out on the road at the moment, there was nothing we could do but bring it back into the yard. I'm going to find out what these people are filming for. Got to take chains off. Oh, here we go, we're dropping her down. Now we got a lower lorry in Dalston, if you could go and grab that one as well, it's broken down. Yeah, we got a YouTube channel. What is that? Yeah, it's called This Is Ashville. We've got a weekly show. You're going to be in our weekly show.
You can film me, I don't mind.
Yeah.
When you refer to a show, it's not my show.
Oh, okay, fine.
So we'll have a look when we get in the cab on the way home.
Yeah. It's This Is Ashville.
This is Ashville.
Yeah. The time is 6:41, a job well done by Mary. She has offloaded our broken lorry, which we're going to take a look at in the morning. We're going to fill out some paperwork and we're going to let her get home. We're in the garden this Friday. Terry, I was at Yiannimize the other day and I was speaking to their Terry and we had a little bit of a discussion. I just want to play it for you if that's all right.
Yeah, right.
I've heard that it's a Tezza thing where Tezzas are always skiving at work. Is it true?
Probably be true, yeah.
It could probably be true that Tezza's always skiving. Now, would you say you do more or less work than the Ashville Tezza?
Well, I've watched some of your videos and he definitely does less work than me.
You say what?
He says he watched a few of our videos and you definitely do less work than him.
Dear Jesus. Yeah. Huh? Well, the sticker supervisor here says I'm. He says I do less work than him.
Guys, we're gonna leave it at there because I don't want anyone to start calling out for celebrity boxing match, Ashville versus Yiannimize, because eventually the main event would probably be it'd be Tezza versus Tezza, then it'd be me versus Yianni, and me and Yianni aren't exactly going to have a boxing match. It's like the Klitschko brothers, like they never had a fight, did they? So we're not going to do that.
Oh, now I'm at work before he's out of his bed in the mornings. He don't know there's 2 6 o'clocks in a day, and he says he does more work than me.
As you can see, the material in this area is going down. We have plenty of space and we're happy about it. We've got plenty of space in this yard. Good thing me and Terry don't go raving together because he's got no steps. Let's go in the weighbridge and see Simon. In the weighbridge, guys. And we haven't done it for a little while. But now it's Ashville story time. Come inside, come inside, come inside. Right, guys. You know Simon, you've seen him a couple of times before, but you didn't know that Simon had a nickname. They call Simon
the accountant.
They call Simon the accountant. The story goes back to when Simon first started working here. I started to hear whispers on road about my name.
Daniel don't pay people. You can't get paid when you work for Daniel. Where's my money?
My name was being dragged through the mud, and not the mud in the yard, the mud on the road. Credit companies were coming up with alerts. Suppliers were closing accounts. I'm thinking, what's going on here? I get a call from Terry. Terry says,
look, Dan, I just had Simon up here and he's not very happy.
And I said, why? What's the matter with Simon? Simon's all right. He goes,
nah, Simon's, he's effing and blinding, saying all these things that you haven't paid him.
And I said, what? I said, not only did I pay him, I paid him 3 days early. So I've gone on my phone and I've had a look on internet banking. And of course, Simon was paid 3 days early. So I thought to myself, let me give Simon a call. So I've called Simon. He's obviously composed himself because he's somewhere in a basement smashing a punch bag or something like that instead of me. And Simon, so I said, Si, I paid you 3 days early. He went,
Nah, Dan, the money's not in my account. I haven't got my money, this, that, the other.
So Simon's obviously left the basement, hitting the bag. He's gone to the pub. He's told everyone in Northwest London and West London that I don't pay people. Yeah. All doors and lines of credit are closed to me. And I said, Simon, I'm telling you, mate, I paid you already. He went,
let me just have a chat with the bank there.
So Simon calls the bank. Terry, you could jump in here.
Simon spent 2 hours on the phone to the bank.
Yeah, right.
He's telling me the money's gone in. It hasn't gone in. There's no money in my bank.
The bank said, we can see the money in your account, Mr. Egan.
I was looking at the phone.
Yeah, Simon's looking at the account.
No, it's not. It's not. I can see.
They said, tell us what you can see. So
I can see a green circle in the corner of the app.
the bank said, you're looking at the wrong account, Mr. Egan.
2 accounts. I have 2 accounts.
Simon's got 2 accounts. Simon, I don't know if he's trying to funnel money or whatever he's doing. I don't know what Simon's involved in, but Simon has 2 bank accounts. And I paid the account that Simon gave me the details of. And Simon went on his app and went to a completely different account, one of his others.
Simon was looking at the account in the Cayman Islands.
Yeah. Simon was looking at the money that he funneled to Switzerland for the children, and Simon didn't see the money that I sent him. So after that time, Simon obviously apologised for destroying my name on road. We've tried to repair the damage, but we haven't managed to do it yet. So, Si, I fully accept your apology, mate. So we understand that accidents and mistakes do happen. Just about to leave the weighbridge, and Simon does have some great ideas. Look at Simon's fridge. This is how Simon keeps the milk cold.
Don't shake my milk.
Don't shake my milk. This is perfect. Phone box restoration is coming along nicely. Look at these signs. Doesn't that just top it off? We're nearly there with the phone box finish. I just need to put an iPad in there so when you come here, you can actually call it a phone box and you can call it internationally and FaceTime. Just had an email come through to say that flat 3, where I was messing around with the keys yesterday, it is completed. So the flat is sold. I'm happy that we have sold it, and I'm also happy that we've sold a good home to someone who hopefully will enjoy it for many years to come. Hopefully next week the refinance of flats 1 and 2 go through. I'm going to keep hold of those, and let's see what happens in the future with Fernhead Road. It's Saturday and we are in the yard. It's too early for regular guys, but I like to wind this up when there's not many people around and have eye contact with Terry just to see what he's doing. So I've got the camera above his head and I look straight at him as well. We're not that busy today. We're preparing in the yard for Monday. We have only 4 lorries out today. We're doing a few grabs and a bit of concrete. No skips at all. It's a very quiet Saturday. Terry and Sinead are in the office. Just having a catch up with Terry. We're going through some CVs of some drivers. We're talking about the list for Monday and what's happening next week. Going through a few credit controls with Sinead. No guys, Sinead does not want to be on camera, irrespective of how many times I ask her. Having a look at how the midweek video is doing. That was me going up in a 185-foot cherry picker, just addressing some of the comments. I'm happy with the numbers it's done. It was a midweek video. It's not something we've done in the past, so it's good numbers. One of the comments said that Will's harness was a shoelace. I would like to confirm that Will's harness was in fact not a shoelace. Will had a proper harness on, and so did I. Also, somebody said that I should skydive into the yard. Now, I am more than up for that. So if you know someone who wants to teach me to skydive so I can skydive into the yard, I'm more than happy to try that. Ashville Weekly is being worked on downstairs. I'm trying to catch up on any emails I might have missed in the week. I never like it when somebody says, oh, we're waiting for you. So every time I get an email, if I see it, I look at it like table tennis. As it comes over this side of the table, I like to get it back over the other side. So I'm always waiting on someone else. The CVs that have come in, what are they saying?
Some of them look all right. I haven't spoken to all of the people. There's a lot of lack of experience when it comes to the volumetric one. They're volumetric adverts. It's not really something that I'm going to let someone learn on. Yeah. You need too much of a technical knowledge of concrete to be able to. There's a few tipper drivers that have applied. They seem okay. Yeah. But again, lack of experience.
Terry and I constantly have discussions about drivers and people who want a job here, but they actually just see a lorry and they believe, yeah, I'll drive that. Like, for instance, we're looking for volumetric concrete drivers. Like, you cannot come out of a 7.5-ton lorry doing multiple drop deliveries and jump in a 38-ton lorry and become a concrete engineer and know everything about it, how to control the computer, how to clean the auger, how to grease the lorry and how to look after it. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as that. Like, it's not a Tonka toy. And while people are learning, they tend to cause a lot of damage. For instance, somebody not greasing an auger on a lorry could cost me within a month, £7,000. Now, while I understand people have to learn, it's a difficult position to be in. One of our current volumetric drivers, credit to him, Sinel, he was sitting in the lorry with one of our other volumetric drivers for 2 weeks unpaid. And I said to Adrian at the time, I said, who's this guy in the lorry, man? There's this guy in the lorry every day. He said, he wants to learn. I said, do you tell him he's getting paid? He said, no, I never told him he was getting paid. He's just sitting in the lorry learning. He wants to learn. He sat in the lorry for 2 weeks and learned everything by himself. He came upstairs after 2 weeks and he said, I've learned to use the volumetric. I'd like a job, please. And at that point, because of the commitment that he had shown, we were like, you start tomorrow, mate. People who want to learn so they can move forward, I'm all for. Turning up at the door and saying, I want top money, what's the benefits of this job? To drive a lorry you've never driven before. Unfortunately, it doesn't work in an establishment like this because we are not Google, we are not Amazon, and we're not a massive business who can afford consistent and continuous losses. That's it for Ashville Weekly episode 14. The country has moved into its third lockdown, but thankfully construction can continue. Flat 3 Fernhead Road has finally been sold and the new owner has keys which actually work. My phone box is looking fantastic, but unfortunately I have no London bus or a bus stop for it to stop at, and my lorry breaking down has still got me very upset. So until next week, all of you can truck off. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see a video of me going 185 foot in the air in a cherry picker and not being shook, and click here for last week's episode. You know, at this rate, I probably got 5 years to write that how I started script. Game over.